Welcome to Ucanic. Today here on Ucanic we have a 2012 Hyundai Sonata with the hybrid 2.4 motor. So we're going to go over the locations where we would find the fuses, right? So we have our fuse box here on the left side or driver's side. So you're just going to push these tabs together and pull this lid up. And then that way we have access to the fuses here. We've got these are leads that go for the hybrid system and the regular system in the back. But then you've got all these fuses and relays that are in here and on the cover. So if you pop the cover up and just like this, then you would be able to read this and see where your fuses are, right? And so we have, and what they do. Now make sure that when you put your new fuses back in, or when you change fuses, make sure that you change them with the same fuse that's already in there, or the same size. If it's a 10, you put a 10, a 1.5, or a 15, you put a 15 in the replacement. And then, but we have our diagram here. It's going to show us, so if we're looking for, say, the blower motor, we can look, it's a 40 amp fuse, and it would be right here. And so you would go ahead and check and make sure that that is. And if it's blown, then you would pop it out and put a new one. And same thing with these. They're going to do your horn and other different things. Just pop them out. If you're not getting any horn, you can start with your fuse here. And if your fuse checks good, then it might be just your horn itself. Right? So that's the fuse compartment on the driver's side of your Hyundai Sonata. We have another one right here. This is just a small fuse and relay box. On the passenger side, and we would just pop this cover, and we've got the same thing. We've got we have the C fan, the cooling fan for the high, and then we have more cooling fan, and these all run the same thing. But same thing, you would pop them out, check them, make sure, and if that doesn't fix it, then you may have to look for other things. This little cap here is just for a diagnostic reader. That would only be a dealership or a mechanic shop that's going to be able to do stuff with that. And our last fuse box that we have is the fuse box that's right here inside the cabin of the vehicle. This is where your left knee would be. And so you're just going to be able to pop this cover, and right up here is all the fuses. And we have the same diagram here. And so if the cover, you just pop it and flip it completely straight like this, you're going to get the fuses and know where they go. Same thing, use the same designated fuses that are to be in there when you install a new one. And then when you're done going through the fuses that you may need to check, then you can just pop that cover back on. And so that's where you find your fuses on your Honda Sonata of a hybrid. Thanks for watching Ucanic, where you can be the mechanic.